Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Juicy. Let's get into it. In this video, I am going to talk to you guys, tell you guys a story about how I was arrested by the U.S. Marshals. Yes, the Marshals. Okay, this was back in 2013. Yeah, 2013. It was early in the morning. I had just came back from grocery shopping. My daughter, I put her on the school bus, and then I went grocery shopping. It was 9 in the morning. I had all my groceries all laid out in the kitchen and everything. I had just barely unpacked my groceries. I didn't even get them all put away. So I get a knock on the door, like soon as I got the knock on the door, I instantly, like, my spirit, my body, something sensed something was wrong. And I looked through the peephole. Oh my God. When I say I looked through that peephole and I seen 4 cops in all black. When I say these motherfuckers, they had the shield, you know, like in like Troy and the movie 300 and Wars, the armor. They had on armor. First they had the shield that said U.S. Marshal. They had on bulletproof vests that said U.S. Marshal. I'm looking out that peephole like, what did I do now? Like, so I was like, hold on. And basically what I did was I just paused. Like, I told them, hold on. I wasn't doing nothing, trying to hide anything. I just was paused. And during the time I was on probation, during this time I was on felony and misdemeanor probation. We're gonna get into that later. That'll be another video why I was on probation. So I opened the door and it was like, are you Miss Grant? I'm like, yes I am, Katazia. And instantly when I agreed to it, man, when I say I was talking to one man, the other 3 marshals, they bombarded me and they just bursted into my house. And they went directly in my room, like in the back. And when they went in my room in the back, they wasn't even back there for 5 seconds. They was not back there for 5 seconds. They were already back in the front in my kitchen area. So I'm confused. They wouldn't tell me nothing at first or anything. And let me remind you, I had just went grocery shopping. All my groceries and stuff is all over the kitchen countertop, table, stove, and I had just spent like $300 something at the grocery store at Kroger's. When I'm like really annoyed, but I'm very humble, you know, like, because I know I'm dealing with authorities. You know, you have to. It's a lot of shit going on in the world, but when you dealing with them, well, at least when I'm dealing with them, I respect them. Like, I learned that's the most smartest method thing anyone can do when you're dealing with authorities, especially the police. You know, they deserve respect just like anyone else. So, you know, because at the end of the day, they're not, why I'm in trouble is not because of them. They're just doing their job. But anyway, so I didn't have on my shoes, so they arrest me. They didn't tell me what I was arrested for or anything. They just told me I had a warrant for my arrest. And I was confused because I'm like, I got a postcard in the mail saying that I was wanted. I had a warrant. And basically it was because I didn't go to court for it was a traffic violation. And I missed court. And next thing you know, I got a postcard in the mail saying that I had a warrant for my arrest and I needed to surrender. So what I did the noble thing to do. I turned myself in to the Cincinnati Police Department, District 1 downtown. And I was locked up for a day and they released me the next day. And this was during the week. I think I did this on a Thursday or Friday. And they released me. No, yeah, they released me. I went to court and everything was over with. The judge had made his ruling and everything. I had got my sentencing, which is the last step, dispositioning sentencing, when you're dealing with a case. These motherfuckers, they had a clerical error error, and they did not update their paperwork. See, they had printed the paperwork that Friday, and it was that Monday when they arrested me. Basically, what they was doing a sweep. Where I lived, it was a complex with 140 units, and they was doing a sweep. Basically, if you don't know what a sweep mean, court crime terminology, it means basically when detectives, officer, FBI, whoever, they come through and basically arrest a variety of people who is wanted for a crime or arrest or whatever. So let me remind you, my daughter is on the school bus. During this time, I was a single mother. I didn't have a boyfriend, and I didn't have I didn't have no family. So they put the cuffs on me, and I have no shoes on. The marshal man, he like, put your shoes on. How the hell am I put my shoes on when y'all got me arrested? So he the one was putting it on, but he was acting like he didn't really want to put it on, whatever. But my shoes ended up getting on. So we walking out the building, and as we get out the building, we approached this little green Malibu. It was a green Malibu or something, and it was dark. It had tinted windows. It was a regular car. It was that year Malibu that like it had came out that year or the year before. It was a brand new Malibu. I get in the back seat. I just instantly start crying. One of the officers was in. Then the other officers went down to 2 more buildings. And I sat in the car and I was speaking to this officer. I started crying because the only thing I could think about, I didn't care about the food being wasted. I cared about who the fuck was going to get my baby when she got off that school bus. And me being in jail, they don't care about your kids on the bus. They don't care about if you can't get in contact with anybody or whatever. So I was panicking in my mind for real while I was trying to stay calm. I'm like, what? Why am I being arrested? And then when he was like, he told me my charges. I'm like, I turned myself in. The judge sentenced me and everything. I got this over with. I said, y'all sent me a postcard in the mail, the Cincinnati Police Department, and y'all told me to surrender, turn myself in because I was wanted for capes for not showing up to court, and I did. I surrendered because that's not me. I'm not a person that runs from trouble. I'm not a person that runs from the law. I'm the person that will surrender. I'm the person that will come to court. I'm the person will be. That's me. Like, and at the end of the day, I did the right thing, and this will happen. So he ended up calling downtown Hamilton County Justice Center and speaking to an administrator or a person, and the lady basically confirmed, like, yeah, she's clear. But see, they printed that paperwork that had warrants from that weekend, that Friday, and that Monday did that sweep. And next thing you know, when the other marshals came out, they was putting another guy in a car with me, and it was so crazy because this guy, you could tell he was asleep. They got him out his sleep. I'm like, I know he's salty. So they opened my door. They brought me to the back of the car, took my handcuffs off, and I walked back in my building and put my groceries up. When I was walking away, I turned around and looked at them. I just knew, like, I felt like God's presence with me during that time, because at the end of the day, it was like, if I would have never surrendered, if I would have never did the right thing, even though I missed court, I still did the right thing by surrendering. If I would never surrender, I would have been locked up today. My daughter could have probably been in 2-for-1 kids, because if I didn't get in touch with my aunt, which during that time, she was the only person really I could probably somewhat count on, I would have been asked out. And my daughter was the only child during that time. I got 2 kids now. My daughter, the daughter I'm talking about now, she is soon to be 12. I have a 3-month now, but she was the only child. And like I said, I was single during that time, didn't have no help. So I was really losing my mind. And them precious 10 minutes that occurred with me going to jail, like worrying about my child, like that's serious. And they don't care about, that's not their issue. That's none of their issue. So yeah, like, I would never, ever forget that day. And I thank God that I did the right thing. I thank God that I have that type of spirit, that I'm not rebellious. I'm not going to be trying to fight in authorities and do all that craziness and get myself in a world more trouble. I'm not going to run from the law. You know, some people have they do their thing their own way, and that's perfectly fine. But to me, I feel as though, like, when you get in trouble, especially with dealing with the court system, your best bet, one, you don't want to deal with it. You hate it. Everyone, of course. But the most important thing is you have to go through it. It's a process. So why not start the process now? Because when you get in trouble, you get a warrant, you have to go to court, you have to go through paperwork, you may have to pay a fine, you have to continue going to court until you get to that final sentencing or disposition or not guilty or ignore, whatever it is. And I did the right thing, and I thank God I did, because if I did not, like I said, my daughter could have been in 2 for 1 kids, and that would have been a whole nother case, a whole nother thing going on. Even though I would have got her back, it would have never been no issue, because I have never been proven as an unfit mother, and I'm not an unfit mother. But it would have been just another headache, you know, worrying about who the fuck gonna get my child when she get off the bus, and 2 for 1 kids get involved, because no adult there to get the child off the bus. Mother's locked up. So yeah, and this system, you never know. You get locked up, you could be sitting in there for a day, 2 days, 5 days, and hopefully, you know, during that time I had money. If I would have had a fine or something when I originally went in, I would have been able to instantly get out. So you have to think about all them things, and you know, that's my story about when I got arrested from the U.S. Marshals. Oh my God, I will never forget that. I will never forget what I seen through my peephole. I thought, like, the way they was coming, like, I fucking sent a bomb threat to Cincinnati, Ohio. I don't know what the hell, but they was just doing their job, and at the end of the day, I was set free. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Please, 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 if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel now, hit the subscribe button now, so you can get my get updated videos when I post them. You'll get notifications of my videos. And once again, thanks for watching. I'm going to shoot a video soon about why I was on probation. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, which I'm not on probation no more. That ended back in 2016, and I haven't been on that since. But yes, thank you guys for watching, and have a blessed day.